on page 7 of 1A. Here we have students learning new dynamics of mezzo piano and mezzo forte. So why don't we teach this through discovery learning so the students hear the new dynamics before they actually learn the definitions of them. So we could play this lovely piece, making a big difference between each of the dynamic levels. And we can ask our students, what did you hear when I played that piece? And the students can say, well, you started it quietly and then you got louder and louder as it went on. So we can play the first part, which was nice and piano, and we can play the very last 2 measures, and then we can say, there is a special term and symbol for when we are slightly louder than piano and then slightly louder than that dynamic level. So it's actually 4 dynamic levels in a row, right? So you could have your students count them. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then say, all right, those are different dynamic markings, and they're piano, mezzo forte, and forte. And then you can go on with the definition of each one. If students learn their new concepts in a discovery fashion, they're going to have much more fun playing the piano, and they will remember the new concepts better. So playing the student part and the teacher duet part sounds like this. And on the same page, students can create their own piece using those 4 different dynamics. Oh, how wonderful that is. Now let's turn to page 8. Here at the beginning is some analysis for this piece. Circle all the skips in everyday fun. So they'll notice at the very top of the page that I have written in C, E, G, G. So where do they see this pattern in the music? We always want to make sure that our students can see patterns, whether they're rhythmic or whether they're melodic. So there are other patterns as well. Where do they see those, right? Oh my goodness. The first one the student will see is in measure 3. And then letter C pattern. Oh my goodness, where do they see that? Measure 5, right? So how many guide note treble G's do you see? Okay, so you could have your students either circle them in the score or just count them, because there are quite a few of them. So, and how many guide note based C's do you see? So again, they can circle the C's that they see in the left hand. So the practice steps are always vital for our students to learn efficiently and effectively. Count steadily and watch the music. So you could have them either tap or clap or actually play the notes if you would like, whatever you want them to do, but they have to count steadily aloud. Plan the dynamics and the tempo before they start. Practice the last 2 measures 5 times correctly. So why do you think that is so important to do before the student plays this piece? Because we want to make sure that students play with 100% accuracy, right? Prevention is far better than correction. So let's have the students learn the right hand of the last 2 measures. First of all, they have to think about what finger will actually play that F. So if they're in C position, oh, it's definitely a 4th finger. And then we can ask them, what is the intervals that you see between the G and the C in the last 2 measures? Oh yeah, that's a 5th. Okay, let's try that at this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Students have a tendency when they want to get off the keys to just roll quickly forward and off the keys. So have them really stick their position, right? It's like a gymnast who has dismounted, right, off of an apparatus. We want them to stick that landing, right, and then roll off the keys. So have them do that 5 times correctly, and they have to do that at home every day. So this is everyday fun. So the musicality girl asks, can you sing this song away from the piano? And did you play at a moderato tempo? That's a good question, isn't it? Oh my goodness. So remember, those questions can be asked before the student plays the piece so that we know that they're listening for something important. So we could easily ask, I think that I would like to listen to this piece at a moderato tempo. Can you tell me what that means? Or you could say, do you think that you could sing this melody before you play the piece? Some other questions you could ask is, I see various dynamic markings in the piece. What are they? Can you tell me your musical map before you play?